Good morning, Brew crew. Happy 4th of July weekend. Hope everybody's got some time off for the weekend and all that from work. Let's see. Let me make sure all my settings are right. I was having some issues earlier. Surprise, surprise. Okay. All right. Hopefully everybody can hear me okay. Excuse me. All right. Who we got in here? Lynn McCurry. Good morning, Lynn. There's Jim Tedesco. What's happening, Jim? I'm going to reach out to you, man. I might need you to print something for me. I don't think I can print it on my printer. So we'll talk later, maybe. Hey, Dave, BNSN SFN scale. Good morning. It's Thomas. Good morning, Thomas. It says 5 by 5. Everything sounds good. All right. All right. Dave says everything sounds good. Morning, Wesley. Yeah, I got the notification up kind of late today. So sorry about that. I was trying to get it up sooner, but went out to the hospital last night. Not for me. Monday, my sister. She's 8 years older than me. She's 62. She just turned 62. She had to have a aortic valve replaced. She was up at the hospital at the Cleveland Clinic. And so the wife and I went up there last night. She was in ICU a couple of days, intubated and all that stuff. So we went back up there last night for a while. So by the time I got home and everything, I was home. So I worked all day. So I usually go on Wednesday night and put up the notifications what I'm trying to get at. The trains are acting funny today. I don't know why. I need to maybe clean some track finally. I haven't run them in a week, probably. Well, yeah, probably last week on Track Tuesday because I didn't do a show last week on Thursday. Yeah, tomorrow night's the big one here, Cleveland. We do it on the 4th of July. I can't believe it's the 4th of July, man. It's crazy. Somebody said my wife said something yesterday. She read somewhere. It says that as of yesterday or today, we're closer to the year 2050 than we are 2000. Something like that. Maybe 25. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Some weird stuff like that. Yeah, tonight, Jim. I'll try to make it. I don't know, man. Half the time I forget you're on, and the other half the time I'm busy. It's always a good show, though. Hey, Dwayne. Nice working spoon. How you doing, Dwayne? Hi, Ray. I'm going to say hi to Ray. Where's Ray? Ray Bartleson. Good morning. Spike man. You can call him just about anything at this point, Thomas. You can call Thomas anything. We probably already had that name. That named everything under the sun. Last Saturday, we went up to Ridgecrest near Death Valley to run trains at the open house. Fireworks. Works caught the desert on fire. No shit. What's there to catch on fire? Isn't it all sand? Look at this. Wig Workshop. Oh, my goodness. Hey, buddy. Wow. You must have some time off this morning. Morning, Ronald. And my good friend Anthony. How you doing, Anthony? Epic Fortress. Yeah, but when you run those videos, is it are you on StreamYards like sharing, or is it something with OBS? Let's go OBS. Ah, there you go. Well, good. I watched that video the other night or the other day, and you put up about the moving the hobby room and turning the hobby room into a like a den more or less for you. I know you don't like the word man cave. I can't think of the word you use for it. I like the word you called it better than man cave, but basically the same concept. It's room for you to go and get back in a recliner, listen to some music, smoke a stogie, and a little adult beverage. Sounds amazing, actually. The lounge, yeah, there you go. Just call it the den. No, it's the den. So, I don't know what the heck's going on. It's got some dirty track. I haven't cleaned it in a while. I'm ready to turn them off and get on my nerves. On my ever loving nerves, man. Let me just tell you. Urban Cigar Lounge. There you go. Oh, man. So nothing really going on, guys. I mean, I haven't really done much of anything on the layout. Those of you that were with me on Track Tuesday, you saw the little service station I was working on. Mostly done. I've probably got a few more little details in that to add. Switch cameras over to that. Maybe. Nothing else working this morning. See how that works. We'll go this way. Use a little better overview. Go. So, yeah. It came out pretty good. So far, so good. I might throw up some more weeds along the tracks there. If I put in a tree, you see a little yellow car, maybe a tree on the other side of the fence or something. A couple trees or something. We'll see. Not a whole lot of room there. I don't really want. It's tough because you got to switch that cement plant back there. So I don't want to put a lot of stuff in the way, big stuff, Thanks, Jim. Hey, Cal, I see you put up an update video. I've not had a chance to watch it yet. That's pretty cool. Oh, that's neat, Thomas. I see Dwayne's waiting on some roadbed. Phillips, you work on an expansion. I see you're doing an expansion. I got to watch that video too. I get behind on videos, man. Way behind. You're working at the office. AT&T service is crap today. Yeah, this thing was telling me to check my connection when it's trying to go up. I don't know. I don't know who that is, but that's pretty funny. Must be because you put it up twice. Hey, if any of you guys are looking for rolling stock and stuff like that at a really good prices, check out Train Freak Hobbies. Jason, he's selling like a $25,000 collection or something for a friend of his who's leaving HO scale going that. I think he said either O or N, I don't remember. And I mean, anything from 40 footers to, covered hoppers to, he's already gotten one box already up posted. I think he's working on the second box. I think he's got another 2 or 3, not boxes, but groups. Like he's posting them on Facebook. But if you reach out to them, they'll probably go ahead and send you some photos of maybe what he got, or if you have something you're looking for. But yeah, good prices. I bought a few things off him already. I'm just gonna have him hold my order until he's all done going through it and seeing what else I may or may not want. Jim, this kind of for you as well. I was hoping that the guy had one of those like Walther's fuel tanks. Let me see if I can put up a picture there. Oh, look at this. Real Daryl. What the hell is going on, buddy? Thank you. Good to see you. I hope you're feeling better, man. Man, blast from the past. No. I still talk to Daryl. Probably once a week or so. He's all right. I'm going to try to find this. Let me see if I can share the screen. Yeah, there you go, Jim. Yeah, this is the one I'm kind of looking for. Here it is. Well, there's tall oil storage tank for my fuel locomotive facility there. But as you can see, they want a fortune for these stupid things. So I'm either going to try to make it out of PVC, which the problem with that is getting the roof right on those things. Because I don't even care if I have the ladder on it. The ladder's fine, but I don't even really care if I have that. Probably would look more realistic if I did. But yeah, enough of that shit. I just don't want to spend, $50-$60 on a damn piece of round plastic. So, but I don't think I can print. I'd have to get the dimensions. I have to get the dimensions of the box. Thanks, Wiggly. There you go. Yeah, so guys, if you have any interest in that, definitely let him know. He's selling it for this guy. I don't know if, down to the second post for the link. I mean, yeah, probably not, Thomas. Yeah. I'm big into covered hoppers, as you know, and there's quite a few more modern hoppers that I bought from them. Probably up to about 10 pieces of rolling stock that I don't even need. Hey, Jessica, good morning. But I mean, the prices on them are insane. They're so good. It's hard to pass up. So, but yeah, if you guys are looking for anything or just interested, curious, you check that post or that link. Okay. And if not, just reach out to them, via email, just train free copies. I believe that's his email. You can reach out to him on that and just, ask him when he has. He can send you some pictures and that, tell him what you're interested in. Like I said, he had anything from like 40-foot type box cars, gondolas, covered hoppers. There's even some nice passenger cars. I don't know if he posted those yet. This is the second batch. So, with the prices of things now, I don't think he had much, at least didn't post much, if anything, yet as far as like locomotives and that kind of thing. But there were some buildings and kits and stuff in the first run. I think he's got a post still on the second run. But Traffic will take reasonable offers and forward to the guy. Okay. Yeah, originally he told me he wasn't sure if he could take offers just because it's not his stuff. So, but yeah, I mean that's cool because I wish I'd known that. There's a couple things I'm still interested in, but good prices compared to what you would buy them for, but still a little pricey. A couple of the kits that I was interested in because there you go. Try that link as well. That has like he did a whole thing with like a spreadsheet too for like the cost, the prices of everything. So that's pretty cool, Thomas. So yeah, I mean, yeah, maybe like you said, you could forward offers over to the guy, and as long as they're like not like super low ball, stupid offers. Because I mean, some of this rolling stuff you're talking about like $8 a car, $10 a car, couple of like I won't say they're new, but there's a couple of things I bought were Walders, the longer cover hoppers. Probably like an older run of them, but I think I paid 15 each for those. I'll probably pay, by the time I'm done and get a big enough box, shipping will probably be 20, $30, but for everything, I think he was saying right now I'm probably around 20, 21, somewhere in there. But, like I said, I got 10 items. Some of it's boxed up, some of it's not. One thing was some covered hoppers that were like a 3-car set. Union Pacific, I think it was, I can't remember. Maybe MP, go back maybe? I don't know. I'm probably either going to strip them. I'll weather the shit out of them anyways. So, but there you go. Better pass along some instant, just some information as far as inexpensive stuff. Sorry, guy, like Dwayne, your end scale. These are just all HO scale, unfortunately. So I'm trying to help you out. But for the HO guys, you're gonna look anything to save a few bucks. You're looking for something, anyways. There's some nice old box cars, like 40-foot stuff too, but so it's old for me. But like I said, anything from that era on up, really. Probably. But you know. Hey, grab around. So, really, a lot of those cars need a lot of work. Well, for the price, though, depending on how much work, I mean, if you're interested in it, reach out to him. He can get you a little better pictures of it. And, Jason ain't going to lie to you. If he sees something that's wrong with it, he's going to let you know. I'm sure that anything is probably stock, and you might have plastic wheels instead of metal, maybe some old couplers. It wasn't Tyco junk or anything that I could see. Didn't call it Tyco junk. It wasn't that type of toy type stuff. It all looked like maybe anything from like the blue box type stuff, Accurel, and then even like and up quality wise. But like I said, like those Walders covered hoppers I'm getting from him are they're in a box. They're not kits. They're ready to run, I guess is what I'm saying, ready to roll. But they may still have, the older style couplers and stuff, so I may have to upgrade there. So keep that in mind too. Probably like when you go to a train show and it's the stuff that's not in the cheaper boxes. It's like the ones they usually lay out on the table. They're maybe not top of the line, but they're the ones that most guys sell for, that $8 to $10 range, $12 range. Yeah, there you go, Hero Daryl. That up. That up. Shelf Queen. Oh, yeah, you can. Those metal wheels are insulated. I can't use my wheels on it. As long as your current isn't going from one side to the other, you have to have those, your intermountain wheels are all insulated on one side. Just make sure the insulation's, you know. Yeah, a very detailed list. And he's got, I think, 3 or 4 boxes there. 3 or 4, I don't know, they're not really boxes, it's 3 or 4 like groupings he's going to be posting. He's already posted one, I think maybe the second one as well. I know he got me for a bunch of money the other night. God dang it. Dang it. Told him what I was looking for. He goes, why hasn't it come across stuff? I'll show you. And he did, and then, damn it. But that's the thing. It's the whole question going back to, are they needs, are they wants? You know what I mean? They're more of a wow, like a want. I mean, and do I need it? Not necessarily. Is it a great price? Hard to pass up? Yeah, pretty much. Oh, metal shit. It won't short up for that. As long as your axles are insulated, boy. I mean, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think it will. Even if the trucks are metal. As long as you're not carrying current from one side of the rail to the other side of the rail. Now, maybe you come across the turnout, maybe you may get a little issue there. You might be right on that. Yeah, I don't think that matters if they're all metal trucks, but just little metal wheel sets, you're right. The full wheel set, I don't have one sitting there, do I? No. Look at this triangle by. Um, so that's something I can grab off the layout real quick. You look at your wheel set, at least on the Intermountain wheels, I'm pretty sure they're like that with a lot of other ones. And some of your wheels, some of the companies actually make plastic axles. Like the axles plastic. I can't remember who does that. If that was or Walters thing or what. But let's see if I can reach this car. Yeah, this has one. This was a kit. I don't know if this was Bowser. I think it is Bowser because that's a metal frame under there. I can do this without messing around up. Yeah, you won't be able to see it anyways. No, you won't. Anyways, on this side of the wheel, where the axle goes into the wheel, it's plastic like sleeve in there. Otherwise, doesn't matter what the trucks are made out of. Every car that has a metal wheel will carry current from one rail to the other. So I'm assuming they would all have to do this, or you would have an issue with metal wheels. Now again, just like anything, your turnouts are a pain in the neck, so you may end up having some issue on the turnouts, but that's with any car, even. So, metal wheel sets normally have one side insulated. You have to look close to, yeah. You want to keep that insulation on the same side when you put the wheels in. I would assume. It may not even matter. Yeah, it's really good, man. Can you send me a box of Mallory chocolates? I mean, that Mallory chocolates, they're really good. I don't know if they make it the trip. It probably melt by the time I got to. See who else I missed on this. Yeah, exactly. I'm assuming they would have to ship them refrigerated or something, you know. These are made right here in Cleveland, so we'll have to ship them too far. Get them, Grandpa Rouse. Yeah. Anybody got any big plans or anything for the 4th? Fireworks or picnics or anything? Hey, Bernard. Morning, sir. Yeah, Daryl's still kicking. He says, taking a step back, I feel, from YouTube. A lot of guys kind of getting tired of it, you know. Was it summertime too? A lot of guys don't really do as much in summer. Tend to slow down a little bit on the layout too. But depends if I have a project I'm working on, you know. I got my backdrop in. I'm not going to show you guys because I do want to do a video here in the next week or so for my July update. I want to work a little bit more on the yard up there and everything before I do it. Yeah, nice. Now, do you get fireworks and set them off, Big Wag? Yeah, just life. I get it. Doesn't really matter which way you put them in unless you're using them for a power pickup for lighting. Ah, there you go, Ray. Good point. Good point. Yeah. So, I mean, you should be fine. Um, if not, I mean, you can change out the trucks. I mean, I know you're trying to pick up a piece of rolling stock at a really good price, not have to like add a bunch of stuff to it and this and that, but you know, you should be fine. I know there are metal wheels. I don't have anything I can see on the layout that I have out here, but I know I've had some metal wheels. I don't know who made them, if they were others or KD or somebody used to put the plastic axle. I don't know who did it. The whole axle was plastic, which would do the same thing as an insulator. You know, that's how you can light your cars too. You wrap a little bit of that fine wire, that filament kind of wire around the axle, and then run it up through the truck into the car. And like Ray was saying, as long as you have the insulators on the same side, same rail, you could use that as a pickup for lighting. I've done that with some of those passenger cars, those New York Central passenger cars. I did all the upgrades and stuff too. I haven't run that in a while. I gotta pull that steamer back out and video on how I script my fireworks show on my channel. Oh, that's cool. There you go, Daryl. You get the link and everything. I expect you to pick that up. I'm on the box car. I showed you the track. Yeah. It's odd. Yeah, I never was a big fireworks guy. Well, I'm not against them. I'm fine. I go see them, but I never really begin to shoot them off and that kind of thing. I just had them last week out here. The weekend before that, for like our community days, they did them. And I don't know why they did them last weekend. The community right next door, there's 4 communities in my school district. And like, we'll do them for our like community days, and then the one other one does it for theirs. And then the other one does it for the 4th of July. But oddly enough, he did it last week, and they usually do it the weekend before the 4th. I don't know why. Trucks are loose. I don't know why they did it last weekend, though. Since, I mean, I could have easily done it tonight or tomorrow night or Saturday. Let's see, fireworks story. My older cheap brother bought fireworks one year. Big attraction was house on fire. Had a cardboard house and you lit it on fire. Was he ever pissed? Hi, good morning, Harry. Like if there's a metal truck, you need to put insulated wheels on the same side. There you go. Yeah, try that. That's a good point, right? Ray's kind of a smart guy. Look, and I don't claim to know everything. Believe me, I don't know a lot actually. I've learned quite a few things along the way. No, I'm just saying I'm gonna try throwing a bunch of weight in that tender and see if that helps. Because the tender keeps coming off the track, and I just want to throw it. And it's not just as easy as changing out to a different tender, which is possible. I could find one that would, match or whatever. All the components are in there, all the DCC, the speaker, all that stuff. It's all wired into that tender. And like I said, I had Jason the train freak do that. Paid him to do it because there's a lot of work I wasn't comfortable with. And so I don't really want to do that. I'd rather just see about adding more weight to it. And maybe it's just too light. Seemed to fix the problem I had with all those Amtrak passenger cars where they were like 5 ounces. And based on the length and all that, and NMRA standards, they needed to be up around 7, a little bit over. And I haven't had even one pop off the track yet. Ever since I did that. So anyways, Ivan's going to be releasing a video of my stash soon and a video on wiring them up for electronic firing. Oh, cool. Jim, been a while. Been busy here along. In a long-tail cat in a room full of rocking chairs. Sure, a truck driving friend was in your area. I was trying to contact. Yeah, Thomas, I'm gonna give that a try. I just haven't. It's up in the cabinet, out of sight, out of mind. I don't think about it. I'm not a big Steam guy, anyways, but I want to get it running. I mean, put the money into it. Paid $50 for it, and put 150 probably into it. So still cheaper than buying a brand new steam locomotive if I could get it running right. Yeah, maybe it is Katie that sells them. Either way, same concept, right? Now, in that case, if you had those with the whole axle's plastic, then you wouldn't have to worry about that. Having the insulators on the same side and all that stuff, metal trucks. Because the whole axle is plastic. Hey, Steve. Yeah, I mean, I didn't put it up. I mean, it was kind of last minute, long story. I didn't get a chance to do it last night, and then woke up late this morning, had some running around to do. And then by the time I got back, I should have done it before I did my running around. this morning, but I didn't. Damn it. Yeah. Yeah, because this engine's pretty heavy. You know, most of that boiler is weight in there, you know. So it's a new icon next to your name, Ray. That means you are the teacher's pet. Where's that at? You talking about the wrench? You got a wrench, Steve. Every part of the message. He told me he would be more than happy to meet me. I had the time to stop. I've been through that twice now, but haven't had the time to stop. Nah, that must be the message he sent when Ray. Yeah, there was a couple times he came through my area and reached out to me, and I just wasn't able to meet up with him. Roy did. I'd love to meet him. Next to Ray? I'm not. Unless it's on YouTube. I don't see it on my screen here. So maybe it's only showing up on YouTube. I don't see anything like that. Yeah, Glenn, half the time I've left my phone somewhere between these grandkids and extended probates. Younger grandson finishes funny car license pass last week in Spokane. That's kind of cool. I'm not seeing that. Maybe it's. Let me look on YouTube. I'm not seeing it on my screen. Got it. No, I don't see that. Oh, maybe you're talking about Facebook? Yeah. Again, I don't see that. So, hey, Lee, listening in as I edit a vlog for sometime today. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate it. Steve got that little sideways S next to his. I don't know what that means. Maybe a member. I don't know. Oh, Facebook page, man. Yeah. So I was looking for a signal house for my CR&E yard up there, my weather yard. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. On the one poster. I found this old kit. I think it's from Germany, maybe. I don't know the name of it. But I was trying to paint it. And my wife says it looks like an ice cream shop. I was trying to get that old green. You used to see it from the old houses. People used to paint it like a greenish aqua kind of color, like trim work and shit like that. So I think I'm going to change the green. But it's an old kit. I mean, Tyco, I think, made these kits. There's a German company. I think started with a P. Yeah, I think that's what this one was. But I don't know if I like it or not. The one I really want is that modern kit that has the glass windows and that on there. And I don't know. Like I said, I'm definitely going to change the trim on this. I got it off one of the groups. I think it was maybe $10, 15 or something with shipping. So I figured, well, if I hate it, I hate it. I took the base off of it. It had that molded base. It ended up in pieces. But it's pretty cool. You know, I'm pretty much modeling modern, so it's kind of too old. Thought about kind of maybe roaching it out, making it look like it's abandoned. But the one I really like is the it's from, who's it from? Let me see. Cabri. Let's see, I'm going to share the screen again. So that's the one I really would like to get. But here again, I don't really know how much. And this is a really good price on it, so I'm going to go buy it out from underneath and get it. By the time you add shipping and everything and tax for eBay, you're looking at about $50 for it. We'll see. Okay. Lynn. You emailed me one of the purple crowns. I have to look at that. Yeah, I'm not seeing that at all, Lynn. That purple crown thing. Where'd I go? Oh, there I am. Yeah, so like email me that. I don't. You guys see those purple crowns on it? I don't see it on my thing. I didn't see it on my on YouTube either. That's a good looking guy there in that picture. Though, I tell you. So what does the purple crowns mean? Let's see. I didn't finish reading it. Those are cool fireworks. That's a fire too. That's cool, Steve. Steve sent me a picture of the old garage too. There's Joe. Purple crowns mean nothing. What are they about? Why are they putting them on there? Got one last night with Thomas. Maybe it's people who come in they come in often or something. I don't know. I don't know. Well, yeah, I kind of like that modern, more modern looking tower, but we'll see. See what happens. it's like not high on my list, but it's kind of like once I get an idea in my head, it's like sometimes I gotta run with it or I can't get it out of my head. One of those stupid things. That's how I jumped from working on that yard to going over here to the um, auto body or the auto repair shop. That wasn't even in the works. That was like an afterthought. I had no thoughts of doing that at all. I don't know what. I just that idea popped in my head, and then that's what happened. And sometimes when it happens, I have to roll with it. And it kind of helps block a little bit of writer's block, I guess. You know what I mean? But no, um, Thomas got some kind of a like statue of that. I got to train for you. Find out. As far as I know, it's just like it doesn't run. It's just a statue. I'm sure the top three yappers. No, I was just talking about my Niagara, New York Central Niagara, and the fact that I need to do something with weighing it down or something to tender. Because it likes to jump the track all the damn time. Yeah, don't get me started, man. I just got done putting another $1,000 into my van. Still cheaper than buying a new vehicle and having to make payments, but yeah, I'll tell you what, it's getting to be really annoying. I was talking to my mechanic about it, and I think it's the fact that I don't drive that much. I've had more trouble with brakes and calipers and shit than I've ever had. But she works from home the last 5 years. I don't even work a mile away. I try to swap out vehicles and drive the other one each week, but I don't really drive much. Even on the weekends, most stuff we do is pretty much around the neighborhood here. So I think what's happening is things are just kind of getting rusty, and then those calipers don't want to work right. And thankfully, a lot of the work's warranted because it's stuff I've already replaced and there's a warranty on it. I'm going to tell you what, it's getting really annoying. Hey, Ken. Hey, how are you do? Cowboy Steve, these bigger components in my ex-boss's truck a couple times. It's probably cost though. I think he's kind of figured that's what he's talking about. That's the impression I got from Steve. No, it's okay. I mean, if you want to email it, you can. Here's some specific tools you don't usually see. Several garages I talk to won't touch it. Commercial type brakes on the rear. You got to take the whole hub off. Oh, wow. They sure don't make like they used to. Did a 550 a few months ago. Shit just don't last. Yeah, but I don't know what's up with my stuff. I feel like I've never had this much trouble in my life with brakes. Hey, Joe, if you go back in the chat, I'm sure you know about Jason and all the stuff he's selling during free for that friend of his. There's some stuff that, I feel like you might even be interested in. There's some really good prices on that stuff, too. So, shoot. Sorry, guys. 88,000 on a set of brakes, but I haven't done much towing with it. Yeah, that's right. Colonel talking about train freak. Just went through a herd of antelope in the airbag. Did you? Yeah. Yeah, you got me for a few things. A few other things that may be interested in. I got to see. Kind of been looking at it and kind of putting it in a cart, and paying for it, and then you ship it all at one time, kind of deal. Let's see what he comes up with in the next couple batches. If there's anything else, but trying to help him out, help his buddy out. Not that I really need any of it, but wants and needs. I get those confused sometimes. And for the prices he's selling most of that stuff at, it's like I said, that's how you build a collection. That's how you build a unit train and that kind of thing. You got to find deals like that. Yeah, and I did notice there's a lot of like Union Pacific type stuff, and a lot more Western railroads. They did have a lot of like shorter stuff, 40s and I think 50s box cars and that. I know you're modeling like more what 80, 70s and 80s, somewhere in that range. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I mean, I get why he's changing it, but it's kind of hard to you know, change it when you've been there for so long. All I did one time was I added, Quick River and Eastern, and I put Willard sub under it because I'm modeling the Willard subdivision CSX. And a couple people were like, "What the heck's that about? Put that up." It just ended up making it too long anyway, so I just went back to my original. I'm like proto land, semi prototypical. The area model and stuff. That's you know I do like when guys actually model certain areas, and they're definitely um, like that Kansas and Western Railroad guy. He's doing Kansas into Colorado, and he's trying to like model those industries that are in those towns that he's going through. Let's pick up a golf cart for a Oshkosh road trip, maybe new Toyota. We told that said I'm getting current info now. Oh, geez, that's crazy, man. Well, if you pick up some stuff that's cheap enough, there'll be some box cars for the Black Rock Central, you know, things like that. Even if you need them, I don't know. I need one of those. I know you don't want to give me one. You don't want to sell me one either. I get it. It's I've done that. I picked up I think it was up at either Timonium or Amherst a couple of years ago. Picked up I think it was 4 or 5 covered hoppers. Got them for dirt cheap. I think they were the Atlas ready to run. I remember now. Don't matter. Pattern maybe. Um, or Atlas. Anyways, I stripped them and painted them and made them into River and Eastern. They weren't anything else. I tried to get stuff that was more like very little writing on it, so I can have a lot of stuff to strip. And I got like all like either white or gray. And one might have been a blue color, but I didn't have to. I didn't have to do a whole lot of stripping. I could strip the lettering and stuff off. I see you got pretty proof for a place we're trying to get into, 7 acres in the middle of nowhere in southern Ohio. Get that train right yet. Oh, nice. Well, good luck with that. Hopefully that works out for you guys. That'd be great. 7 acres, you can have your horses and stuff again if you want. Yeah. Station runs Pacific, a little Western Pacific, but I find out what he's got Western Pacific. It's homes. Yeah, it's not Jason's collection, it's a friend of Jason's, but there was a lot of that kind of stuff in there. Union Pacific. I don't know about Cotton Belt now, but it wasn't like Joe said, not a lot of Eastern railroads. But still good stuff. I mean, those boxcars end up all over the place. It's not like you couldn't run one or two of them if you really liked it. It's from a different road or whatever. Mine is not totally make believe, but it kind of is. Like I tried to name some of the towns mainly for switching purposes and that kind of thing, for like the manifests and stuff. I'm trying to give it like some sort of believability and I don't know what word I'm looking for, but the towns themselves and the industries themselves, like Stony Cement here in Stony Ridge. Stony Ridge, Ohio is the place. I don't have any idea if there's a cement plant in Stony Ridge, Now, Perrysburg, although I think it's more Toledo than Perrysburg, they do have a really huge grain elevator. Several probably, but up on the Maumee River going into the lake or into the bay. And but I don't have this on a river. You know what I mean? I don't have a river or anything. So as far as that goes, this Mally's Chocolates is actually a place in Cleveland. This is Western Ohio back here. Never been to Western Ohio. Don't know what's in Western Ohio. Western, but it was just along the route. So I'm kind of trying to keep some kind of sense of like movement in direction, But I'm not necessarily trying to model exact businesses in that town. Like Deschler up there, second level, is a town. This town is way busier, way bigger, way busier. Deschler is like just kind of an old, I don't know, it was a crossroads for the railroad and that, but it wasn't a big downtown area. There was no street running, no big old Main Street buildings. There was a few, but not like this. I kind of did like overkill. Like I wanted it to be a nice, older, urban kind of town, but not like New York or like a big city town. More like just, I don't know. So it is a town, but this is nowhere resembling that town, like the way it's set up or anything. But it's in that chronological or geological order. That's the right word I'm even looking for. Like on the map, it's in order, the way things travel. There's this part, like a couple miles to where we have been boarded. The ride to the house and back to the fields. That works. Yeah. Yeah, but if you had 7 acres, you could board them yourself, couldn't you? Yeah. That's a good one. I like that. Yeah, well, I don't want to go to Toledo because Toledo's like kind of a bigger city, and I didn't really want skyscrapers and stuff like that. So I went with Perrysburg. That's like just south, I believe, of Toledo. Sandusky got those big old New York Central docks up there. They take the whole damn coal car and they tip it. That thing's pretty cool. some cool videos on that. Probably not, Thomas. I don't really get out to the tracks much, and I wouldn't know the difference between a Pennsylvania Railroad spike and B&O spike or CSX spike. It's not my thing, man. Yeah, Greg's got a good idea, Curly. Not happy with it. Start over. You learned a lot of stuff with this layout. I don't know how much space you have in that house. If there's a place you can, you know, do more around the wall type stuff or whatever, or just keep what you have and start it over. Double D already made me do that. Well, had this one up for a while as far as you've learned a lot of things. Better techniques, you've gotten better at wiring, you've gotten better at soldering, all that kind of stuff. As we could, when we board them as dirt cheap, worth the price by far, no hay to stack. Well, that's true too. Saves you a lot of headache. And if you wanted to go out of town or something, you don't have to worry about having somebody come in and take into care of your horses and stuff. They're already being boarded. So that's a good point too. They're a lot of work. I know that much. But let's see here. I also Yankee Dabbler having a big sale this week on 4th of July, 30% or more off every item on your 4th of July collection. Everybody's interested in that. I'm sure people have gotten emails on that. That's some good stuff. I was looking to get another set of those spine car trailer sets from Athearn. I got a few of them already, and I really like them. I got so many damn trailers, thanks to Roy. I can't put them all on a layout, so I'll put them on these trailer cars. Put a set of 3, normally over $100 easily, and then with that 30% off, then I used my code don't work anymore. But I used the code Engineer Hall, and it allowed me to take another 5% off. So I think with shipping and everything like that, it would have been $73 for their nice spine cars, 3-car set. It's all metal. They're really nice. I said I got how many sets I have on there. I'll have to count them on this train. But they're really cool, especially like guys like me that like to run intermodal and stuff. They're really nicely mixed in. I really like running in my intermodal train. Just the one. One's all intermodal, our containers, the other one I run those cars, those sets. Like 5 sets now. I mean, it's still expensive, but it's a really good price for those. Anybody is interested. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sets. Oh, I had 6 sets. I can count it. They're 3-car sets, but they're really nice. And they're heavy. They're a little delicate though, because they got a lot of detail on them, just like anything that has details on it. I do a lot of track walking anymore. Did educated my grandpa. We collected and glass and slayer and all around the tracks. Yeah. I haven't bought a lot from him. I can't think. I bought something off of him. It was something for NCE, I think. It was electronics, something or another. It might have been one of my. Oh, you know what it was? I think it was my wireless system, my NCE wireless. I bought through him. I think I bought part of it through him. I remember now. early. I had bought from him, but it was a while back. He's the one you can get a lot of those decoder buddies and stuff through. Make my layout in 4 or 6 foot sections that will be designed to come apart. Yeah, like modules. That's good. Hey, David. Nothing to be right on. Good to see you. Dave's got a good channel too. David, he does some good work. He's N scale. I won't hold that against him. But no, he does really good work, especially and for N scale on top of it, he's very detailed and everything. I give guys who do N scale a lot of credit because it's too small for my big fat hands, and I barely have the patience to do stuff with HO scale. Wigwag says, about starting over. That's what I did. Just have not started over yet. Made way too many mistakes on my first layout. And I've said that about this one. That's kind of why I went that route and restarted instead of just adding on. There was just enough headaches from the old layout just because of the way I did things. And I figured, I could fix those mistakes and just start over and learn from them. And so far, this turned out pretty good. I started my track works a lot better. And pretty close to being flawless. There's every once in a while there'll be a bug in the system, or how it is. You get them gremlins. Oh, heck yeah, man. I say it all the time. I didn't mean it. I wouldn't say it. I put the kibosh on purchases for now. I have more locals and rolling stock. Yeah. Well, especially if you're trying to buy a property, you wait and see what you end up doing and go from there. You may go a totally different route than what you think as far as, era, railroad, all that kind of stuff. I think I helped talk you into a few purchases when we went to that show in Columbus. Was it last year? First layout will just be a shelf switching layout, good practice, and tomorrow. The nice thing about that is you can add on to it, especially if you're going to build a modular way where you're building small tables. If you're happy with that, that can always be a module in a bigger layout. Hell, even just like an offshoot where you have that be an industrial area off your scenic railroad or whatever. Yeah, thanks. I appreciate that. That scene came out way better than I could have ever imagined it going. At least it's somewhat color. Nice. Yeah, I'm actually off until. See, I have tomorrow off, and I actually took Monday off because we're taking my daughter up to Toronto on Sunday, and she flies out to London on Tuesday. So a good person to check with. You probably watch him already. And son of a bitch's name just left my name. His name's Paul. He's the shit. He does that New England switching layout. Paul B, I think his name is. I don't know. Get the name of him. There it is. No. Yeah, here. Hartford Whaler. No. What's the name of it? New England Industrial Division. Jeez. Boy, he's somebody to watch. He does some really nice work too. There you go. I'll put it in the chat. So I put it at the end of the chat there. It's that's a good channel to watch too. He does some really nice work. I think Anthony was there from Georgia Sunbelt. He just put a video up a week or two back. Tired, my wife hasn't let me off work yet. Don't think that's gonna happen. But you gotta get a new boss. That's not good. See, Steve, you're in the hospital with kidney stones. I said, oh, that sucks. 2 hours before they can even get me a room in the ER, and another 30 before I got some pain meds. Ugh, those are awful. Yeah, but he's got a good channel too. Well, that guy was a professional. Like he designed, like for the movie industry and stuff. If I'm not mistaken. He did like movie sets and that kind of stuff. So he's like next level of that stuff. But it's good. He's showing his techniques so other guys can try to learn them, which is nice. Yeah, definitely. I hope you're feeling better, Steve. I don't want more kidney stones on anybody. My upstairs is 3 foot by 6 foot. Now it's 20 by 10. And for end scale, that's huge. No, for HO, that's huge. I still find that funny, man. That was Steve Morale's suppression thing. No, talking about Boomer, yeah. That museum work as well. And that's awesome. And he's trying to share his techniques and stuff so we can learn from him, and that's nice. Now, that's stuff people go to school for. People take years and years to learn. Yeah, absolutely. I trade the boss, get all my retirement money, and that's 41 years of my interest in training a new partner. I hear that, buddy. I hear that. Quick time's over. Gotta get back to yard work. Yeah. Actually, I gotta get going too. I got a haircut at 11, and I want to get some of that yard work done too. I'm gonna cut the grass real quick. Yeah, for sure, Steve. Just gonna have to mess with it tomorrow and the weekend. So, anyways, yeah, I'm gonna cut out here. Hope everybody has a safe and happy 4th of July weekend. Happy birthday to us, America. 249 next year, be 250. 250 for the Army this year, and then it's going to be 250 for the country next year. Pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff, man. So everybody be safe and don't be blowing off no fingers over there, or toes. Big wag. But hope you all enjoy the weekend. Hope you all stay cool and all that fun stuff. And we'll catch you next Thursday. Maybe I'll see you on Jim's show tonight at 6. We'll see what happens there. And if not, we'll see you Thursday. So, bye for now. Happy 4th of July. Don't want to let me end the stream.